to the right is where I want to go right now.
Yeah.
And then, basically just wreck it, get everyone scared,
Mm-hmm.
boom, 255 area, and then up to the 2000, and then like don't fucking touch it.
Yeah. I mean, I just
So,
hit. I saw we were behind schedule, so I just hit stream. So we'll get a couple of guys in. Oh, if you want to fire off to the in the
yeah.
Discord
Yeah.
and get them go here. Oh, I just missed my fill. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. I bought a bunch of dot last night, and then she wanted to hang out. Valentine's Day, of course. So
Oh yeah, man. Well, if you're planning on another kid, there you go, man.
yeah.
I
So
scored, man. I got an aura. My wife gave me an aura ring, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you ever played with one of those or seen one of those.
are they
Really
put your
tracks all
smartphone
your
in- yeah.
all your sleep pattern and your energy level and blood oxygen. It's pretty fucking cool. Nice one. And then I got a stand up paddle for Valentine's Day. It's like, whoa, baby. Well, it wasn't quite.
Did you go out
No,
yesterday?
it didn't. But I had just done our, as I told you yesterday, our anniversary is like 2 weeks before Valentine's Day, where I went heavy on that one. And I was like, I'm about spent out here on gift giving for a little bit. But anyway, so I'm waiting for the weather to break. All right, we got
YouTube's been weird lately with titles. So you know how you change it? Then when I post it in live stream, it puts the previous like because right now I just put at everyone with today's link and it says Bitcoin put in a Valentine's Day low, my heart's a quiver. Like it literally still has
that, yeah,
yesterday's
that's I
title.
think that's like.
But
Oh,
it's
did you do
today's
use?
link.
You know, you can reuse the content. There it is. Wait, no, now it just went live. That's the correct one.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's just for some reason it's not updating the title before I push. Go live. I don't know. It's weird.
Did I?
Doesn't really matter, I guess.
I
We're
think we
still
got.
live.
Oh, there we go. We got a few guys showing up. Okay, guys. All right, there we go. Kind of a funky day pre. What do we got? Fed minutes tomorrow. I think that's right. Yeah, we got Fed minutes tomorrow.
Hey, Bader. Yes, we are accepting donations. $15 minimum. If you want to do a super chat, we have not that many today, so we'll be
Yeah.
able to get to you.
Hey, man, Beta, how you going, man? Yeah, well, happy to do that for you. We'll give you a good look at it. Yeah, we're looking for content today because I think we've got. Well, Frade gave me 3. I got Bitcoin, I got ETH, Woo. We're gonna do BNB. So yeah, great day for requests if you guys are interested. Oh, let's see here. What do we got?
Yeah, it looked like we got like 6 or so.
Yeah,
So
that's about right. Right. So
Good
that
lineup.
6 can often be just right for 2 hours. I mean, if I depends how rant heavy I get, which it never really. I don't have it planned out. It just kind of comes. Something will spark me in the chart. But let's see. So how many we got? Oh, we're a little late. Let me try and get one more. Who's there? Yo, hey, it's Tarmo. Batter. Well, we got a 14.
what's up, Dharma?
There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So probably mostly regs here, but so I guess I have to do this right at the beginning, just so any YouTube subs that stumble across us, well, kind of the theme here of what we do. I don't know that there are many that live stream this way. I think it's somewhat unique. Most times it's you've got some educator, trader, whomever runs the show, just goes through their stuff. We try and do that a little bit differently. So we want the members to feed the content. And really what we want is for them to teach it back to us. Well, you guys have heard me say that before, that if you know something well enough, you can teach it back to someone else, then you really have internalized it. So that's really what we're after here. But the byproduct of that is, well, if you're a new student to Elliott Wave or some of the concepts that we teach, right? Elliott is just one piece of it. That maybe there's some maybe some technique you can learn here, or just in terms of recognizing the higher probability locations, targets, risk management that kind of goes along with us just kind of dissecting the trade, the setup, the risk reward, that kind of thing. So hopefully there's some education in there as well. And then again, as a byproduct of us asking our members what they're looking for and what they're tracking, we can kind of see, okay, what's the level, what's the skill level looking like, how are they approaching it? And additionally, there'll often be great setups that you guys will find here. As I always say, it's just, you know, you got a massive scanner running through all these assets, right? It's not just crypto, it's every asset. Looking for setups, right? The same approach. So if you lean towards this kind of technical analysis, you're going to get a whole lot of ideas here. Okay, with that said, let me get rid of the disclaimer and we'll get rolling. Now, yesterday we kind of a little bit of a fuck up here. We wrote Bitcoin into the title, fully intending to get to Bitcoin, and then kind of got sidetracked, and a few YouTube subs called us out on that. So I thought we'd start with Bitcoin today. It turns out to be a better day to look at it because now we have a little bit of traction. And I think this count is starting to clear up. At least the potential for this to realize is looking better today, although we can't confirm, as is always the case. We can't confirm this. Oh, let's get here. All right, so we've got a nice potential third going in here. Now, if we can do a little 3 here and go get that 5, well, then this count here that we've been working on, right, kind of looking to identify the A wave, if we're going to hold in a triangle, which is not, I mean, that's a pattern that's there, but it's not like it's the only outcome we could have here at this point in time, right? This could very well be the low, and this is the one of something bigger here. So we might have a running flat with with the C coming up short. I mean, there's a number of different ways that this can play, but right now you'd be hard pressed to want to anticipate something else. Now, the count is a little bit different than the primary that I had proposed on Friday's video, and it turns out, as I give him credit here, I think it did as well as this being the alt on Friday. Mecha Tataku, I think I'm saying that right. Mecha Tataku, right? Who's been with us for years, right? He's become quite skilled. He saw this before I did, so he was looking for what it appears that we end up with here. That we had gone 3 down here. I was a little iffy on turning that into the 3. This is very confusing, but it looks like you can work it into an expanded B, and then it looks like we're going to finish this. Here we go to a 30. I'll be damned if I know why that keeps coming up. Looks like we're going to finish this. So here's what it would appear at this time. We've gone A, B, and we've got the C. So we get a flat. Right now, it's a little bit of a squish here on the front end of it. A little bit of an Elliott shuffle. A little bit. 1, 2, 3. There's the 4, 5. Now you got to work the B here and then finish it with the C here. You know, it's one of those. Right, Sensei Tunum and I've been talking about this a lot lately, where it's, if the subdivision isn't perfect, you're kind of, the spirit of it is, but it certainly plays best as an A, a B, and then a C. But this, same thing, right? So on Friday, it looked to me like we were going to do something more complex, because we had the potential. Oh, fuck me, come here. We had the potential for this here to have finished right there. Right, A, B. Now we come down in this impulse, but a bit the tell here was this, as the X didn't go far enough. What you would anticipate, right? So there's not must do it, but this was a little shaky as an X, and then we would have gone A, B, C. So the way he was viewing it, I think his eye just spotted it, was better that we'd gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us the C relative to this A, B, and then the whole thing it just fits better. So a great call from Mecha Tataku. Really, really well done. So it gives you the setup here, all the potential. Now coming out of that, hang on. Coming out of that, here's this. It's a little choppy, but we can get a leading diag here. Right, we're at 3 longer than 1, 5 longer than 3. So we get a nice little leading diag, and then 3 into the 2. Like you can't. It's just funny. Like, it's literally right out of an Elliott Wave book. Like, okay, let's see. If you got a leading diagonal out of the corner, well, you could look for 3 to be longer than 1, 5 longer to be 3. But like, literally, you can't make it up, right? So, well, you guys didn't. I hear it a lot. Well, you can't use Elliott Wave in crypto. Can't use it. Well, so 1, 2, there's your 1. ABC into the 2. All right, so just force of habit here, that's which I do always, right? So I'm just always mindful of where that 1 is. Well, we're already past our 1618175 window, right? We've gone up to the 200 with a few wicks, so it would seem like, oh, maybe we've got an A, a B. Oh, that looks very much like the 4 of it. So you would want to put, so if you're coming here for this 3, if this, we're going to hold here, this looks like the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like ABC. So it looks like the 4 could be going in here, right? Now it's a little early to make that call. That is a 30-minute. This is, well, look at all the wick rejection up here, right? So there's an effort here, but it's just getting, well, just think of it here. So we get a higher high. Now, what we can't threaten that high. Now lower high, lower low, right? Starts to look corrective. Reasonable location. Oh, I'd probably just use the body closes. Something like that here, where we've got this high volume node here. If we're going to come down, okay, well, let's just tee it up, right? Same thing we would do in every impulse, every time, same way, every time. That's the power of it. As soon as you start fucking around with something else, well, I saw this other thing on YouTube, I'm going to try that. Well, now you're lost when you start doing that. Oh shit, I got the wrong one on here. That's for wave 2, so let's get this one up here. So look. Right in the pocket. Where do we want to see the 4? Where do we hope to see it? Between 23 and 38 would be just, if this is 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us that, and this is ABC, boy, it sure plays nicely. Oh, this went 786, I think, but we'd still have a set of median lines here to work with, right? Part of the reason I do this is because I'm hoping this becomes habitual for all of you, right? So you go, oh, fuck, oh, there it is. There's the 5, there's the 2. Let's get the median lines on. Okay, where's the projection? So the repetition is what I'm after here, which is why some people say to me, how can you do the same thing over and over every day? I go, that's the entire point of it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, could we get median line? Yeah. But it sure sets up nicely. I mean, look at this high volume node right here. Oh, it's probably more than we needed. Right there. Boy, how about an alert right there? Now, you're not looking for new all-time highs here, but so at least maybe a push towards that target, right? It would make sense, right? Again, just standard ops, right? If, and I don't have this yet. So you get a little hot box up here. We got the 100 and the algo target up here. Well, okay, so that's the bull case. Now there is an alternate here. Oh, and I think you're going to get a look at this through Monte Crypto's count yesterday, because he's got some geometry here that would tee this up, right? So much as I said, we can't confirm this until we get a new high here. Then we know we have a 5. Right now, that is just as threatening to be an ABC. Right, we got a 5 here via diag. We did, now the benefit here for bulls that are looking for the 5 to complete here, right? Nobody knows what we're going to get, but note we've pushed through the 65, and that's in arithmetic. So that's a tell. So it's not a guaranteed we're going down here to get this target, but you would give the advantage to the bulls, nothing more, right? Advantage bulls. Right, on the retrace. So if we bring it in right here, that's one. Again, maybe not. You're going balls deep there, but that if you get it to come down here and you get a little pop, right? So that's all we're looking for, right? Because now I can put my stop right underneath it. If I get stopped down, okay, fine, okay, all right. It's cost of doing business. Okay, maybe I'm going to come in here lower. You can recognize here the giant candle. We know, right? You can. Oh shit, can you see it? Well, you can see it here as I pull it over here. We left a big hole here, right? We go up so fast. So there's, let's see. So you guys are probably familiar with the smart money concepts, right? In terms of it's very prominent in FX trading. Where much of that, they had to pioneer this because they don't get volume, right? So they've really done a pretty creative job of adapting to the environment that they have to trade in. Plus, they're dealing with market makers that we don't have to deal with here. But so moving through this so fast, it's not unreasonable to anticipate that not all the orders that wanted to get filled got filled here. Right? So it's very possible we're coming back down here to get some of that business done that didn't get done. Right? It's possible, right? So when you see these bars that move so fast, that's not an unreasonable assumption. Right? So perhaps to come back and fill some of that business. We shall see, but I would certainly be looking for a reaction here, and that's all you need, right? So if it's just coming down, let's at least see signs of some reaction. Now, you could do that, and you're in and out in a hurry, right? That's just the reality of trading. But something like that, right? Very low risk. See, I want to do it that way because if I get stopped out, I don't want to go, oh, fuck, man, I just lost $5,000. Okay, it's back to the boxing analogy. Okay, I'm in the ring. Right? I'm going to duck. You're going to jab me, but you're not going to knock me out. Right? So if I'm here with a tight stop, maybe you give it a little, depends on your risk tolerance and the size you put on there. You don't need to swing for the fence here. If it gets off to a good start and you look like you're going into the 3, okay, now you're making some money. Now you get the little pullback. Now you can add. Now you're adding with house money. Right now, so if it comes all the way back down, well, you're going to lose on this one. You're gonna probably scratch or close to it. Maybe a slight loser here if it went hard here because you get stopped out on both of them. But again, they're not unless you're reckless. If that happens, they're not going to hurt you. Right? Again, you're going to expect the stops. Right? They're going to happen all the time, but don't put yourself in a position where they can knock you out of the game. Right, because they will if they can. So a little pullback here. So, oh shit, let's try a 15. Do we really have a 3 there? Well, that's 3, 3, 1, 2. That's getting kind of skinny. God, I hate to go below a 15. It just gets so squirrely. But you can see here, right, every push up is getting rejected. Right, even here, right, within this bar, it's getting rejected all the way up. And so here, you just look where the wicks are, right? When we're going up, look here, right? So wick is all above here. We're pushing. All the wicks are when it's trying to push higher. It's up, right? Liquid. Now you could certainly, this is potentially a liquidity grab, right? Very easy to deduce that here. So who's buying here? Right, breakout traders, right? So why would we think, oh, perhaps a volatility grab? Because after the rejections there, right? So anyone who bought here is now very uncomfortable. There's not a day, not a live stream, not a chart, not a video I've done where I haven't shown how stupid that is to enter the market there. Not one. Yet people do it over and over again. Right? It's just because here's what we do. We rationalize in our heads, even though, okay, I know that's a really bad place to do it, but it's going to go this time. That's how we end up doing it, right? And you're going to do it until you lose so much money that finally you just say, well, it's a hard rule, right? I've talked about this before. I used to do it all the time. Under that same rationalization, okay, I know that's dangerous, but it sure looks like it's going to go. Let's throw one in there and see what happens. Just, again, I mean, my whole purpose here is to try and teach you from all the stupid shit that I've done or that I've watched people do. In 10 years as a broker, I watched a lot of stupid things get done. That's one, right? If I can teach you nothing else, please stop buying that. All right, we'll see right down here. Again, let's see how we come into this, what that looks like. But that looks like a ripe spot. If this is going to continue, we got a target up here. Nice setup there. But it's all part and parcel of, right, we're still trying to get just up to that 52, right, per the broader count right here. So, well, think about that. If we finish here, if this is the 4, oh, shit, let me get back to a 2. We may not get that, right? So here's the target we want for the potential triangle to at least get to the 50 from the all-time high to the low here. Well, we're going to need a pretty big rip here if we're in the 3. So what does that suggest as an alternate here? Let me get that out of here. Get this out of here. If we're going to get here, and this is we would be completing something here. Well, we do not want that to be here, right? That's I mean, we could still see the triangle, but we'd much rather see it here. So if it's going to get there, so think about it, right? So if this, again, we don't have and this is possible, but if we're going to get within the typical wave relationships, right? So maybe we get a new high here, that will be just as dangerous to be, and I guarantee retail will buy it there, right? So then you might set that up. Okay, well now, did I put the 5 in, or is that the 1 of the 5? Now, how are you going to know? How are you going to know? You're not going to know, right? Until you see. Well, here's when the only time you would know. If this is the 5 here, right? Well, it's just the first thing that comes off of it. What do we get? A 5 or a 3, right? That would be some degree of a tell. And then are we getting a full? Are we getting a full third here, right? Because now all of a sudden this count completely starts to break down, and then you'd be pondering, going, "God damn, man, are we going to do the A wave here?" At the so that would be the 38 from the top. Oh, approximately, right? Here's the 50 from the top. Here's the golden zone. So we'd be in that ballpark. Fuck, do I have it? Let's see. Do I have it over here? I may not. No, I don't think I do. I have it. I just can't find it real quick. All right, so there we gave a good taste of Bitcoin here. But I guess I'll leave it with this. Since we can't confirm until we see what comes off of that. The trade that's sitting here is this one, right? That would be the highest probability not because we know that that's not going to be an ABC, but because of the context of where we are. We've had a 1, we've had a 2, we've got a strong candidate here for the 3 via this sideways in the 2, right? We get a little bit more complex, but sharper in the 4, right? Again, it's Sensei Tudum had a good way of phrasing it. It's a rule of thumb, not a hard rule, meaning it's not a rule, right? It's a guideline tendency to have alternation, but not a hard Elliott rule, right? Something to look for. If you see it, then all the more you get a little more conviction in your 4 relative to the 2, but it's not like, oh shit, well that didn't alternate, so I can't take that. I wouldn't, right? I don't even think a purist would keep you there. But this is going to be interesting to see what we get here, right? It's a long way to get there. Well, see, what would we, to get there at the 50, you'd need to have, oh shit, let's see. So if this is the 4, so the length of the 1 projected from the 4, we'd have to have 1, 6, 1, 8 in the 5. And right now, if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to get the 5 somewhere in this neighborhood, it doesn't really set up for it. Well, play it out, right? If this is 1 and we got a 2, here we'll just use that. All right. Well, so here would be 3. If that's 1, 2, are we going to get the 3 here? Well, now you're making some assumptions. Okay, whoa, wait a second now. Am I going to have that big? If that's 3, what are we thinking, right? Of course, right? 4 would come off of that. Now we're going again. For the big push in the 5, could we get, well, I will say this, the golden zone, 618, is the most common target for the triangle to complete. But we wouldn't have what we want, right? I'd be at this point having reservations and doubt about the triangle because what we were looking for to get to the 50 or the C wave here, or well, what could, well, oh, I don't want to say this. Per the larger degree triangle, right? So if this is coming down, if this is the pivot here, and we're going to do a 3 for the triangle to hold, we don't want this rip-roaring impulse here. We were looking for a 3. All right, so the game plan, right, and of course shit changes, the game plan was to get to an ABC to the 50. I suppose you could still get it, right? If you were to pivot here, you could get the B, right, you could get the B down here, and now you're going to need a monster C. So it's not off the table. Right? You could get that. Yeah, you wanted to get this a little bit cleaner here, and not essentially what this is teed up to do here is double top or triple top. So we'd like to see a little bit more kick in that. That's going to be really interesting to watch, right? So you have to be aware. So why do I go through all of this? Because you have to be aware of the alternatives. Because if we're going to complete the 5 up here, how does that influence the larger count? Well, does it kill the idea of a triangle? No. If we start going too far here, now you're going to rethink the triangle and you're going to start thinking, oh, it was just a running flat and this is the 1 of the 5th. Oh, hang on a second. I've got the fucker somewhere. Here it is. All right, so here's what I'm trying to visually talk to you about. So here, if we've got one more little kick up here, well, ideally we get in this pocket here, but we want to do it in a 3. Right now it looks like we're doing a 5, right? So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's not what we want. Now you'd be thinking, okay, okay, triangle is now suddenly become less likely because I got a 5, not a 3. And then you'd be thinking, oh, wait, maybe triangle's off the table and it's going to do an ABC and this is 1, 2, and off we go. And we just ended up with the flat 3, 3, and we'd have to rework this as a 5, which can be done. It's either way, it's not particularly pretty, right? It's not really what you want. I mean, can you squeeze it in? Yeah, you can squeeze it in. This will be the tell as to what we're going to get here. Do we get a 5 or a 3? Right now, it sure looks like we're getting into a 5, and that's 4 or 5. We're going up to that range, even to the 50 here. You would second guess it just a bit. Because, again, so you would be that would be the A. Then you'd be expecting the B to retrace it. Now, tiny little Bitcoin never makes it easy. Okay, let me go to what's next. Okay, I got Frayed 57.
Let's go ahead and we've got a $30 donation from Bader.
Oh, happy to do that.
And so let's just jump onto that first.
Which one would he like?
So it's going to be API 3, and it's going to be on OKEX.
API 3. API 3? Shit, I haven't even heard this one.
API. Yeah, so it's down.
And it's on Hoboy?
API OKEX. So it's
got it.
Down underneath Poloniex.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, so something I haven't looked at before. I start at the daily.
Yeah. So I did it for him back in October, and basically I just created a macro value area, and it's gone sideways between value area high, value area low since then. But indicators on the 3-day look good for a move up. And
what have I got here? There's a 200 in the there's the Vegas wave and the 200. That's the God MA, which I kind of like. Oh, what do we got here? Order block finder. Actually, of the two, I like this one better. Let's hide that one. Oh, what a cluster F that is. Well, okay. So if I bringing up a chart like that for the first time, so what would be the rational thing to do here? Like, okay, is there an Elliott pattern here that we could really? Oh, fuck. Is there really a 1, 2? I suppose there is, right? Looks like you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. It's a little. It's got too many in it. It looks like we can make it work. All right, so let's start from the low. 1, 2. Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to do it this way. Let's get that. All right. Well, let's just do the whole thing. Let's just pick it apart and see what we can find here. I have zero idea what these guys do, what they're about. Oh. This is almost a little bit. Actually, I'm going to say that we do it this way because this looks like A, B, C into the 4. Look, it was too many, right? So 3, 3, 5 down for the 4. So I'm going to guess that's going to make the 2 to the 3 better. So all good there. Just out of curiosity, we came shy of it there. So I would complete here. Well, no, fuck. I need subdivision. It really doesn't matter. Oh fuck, A, B, C. Well, it's probably W. Oh, fuck, how are you gonna do that? You got to finish it here. Oh, well, I don't think it really matters, right? At this point, something like that. Now, what do we have here? Can we dig a count out of that? Do we want to? Right? Is part of the question. Would it be helpful? Well, all of this, right? So we can see a clear range, right? As Monte Crypto was just talking about, we've got a clear rejection zone. We've got a clear rejection zone down here. So is the Elliott helpful here? Oh, God, I'm not sure it is. Oh, what a bear that is. So let's assume we get a new low here. Oh, that's ugly. Oh, do we? There's a double. No, I think we do. Oh, God, can you believe that? I think it's lower by a tick. It is. It's lower by one tick, right, or a couple of ticks. All right, so we get a break there. So that just kind of completely fucks us. So they are not related. Doesn't look like they'd be related anyway. So coming off of this, is there a diag here? This, oh, God damn it, creating view. That's all we're doing here. There's really no clear. I mean, you probably get a diag out of this. A, B. Then you've got all of this action here. God, that's just a shit show. Well, so there's no trade here right now. There's nothing to do right now. You're sitting in smack dab in the middle of the range, so you have no edge here. Oh, even if we go, let's go down to a 4 hour and see if we can make anything out of the short term. When you see this kind of thing, this is not ideal TA trading. So the reality is of a coin like this is it's really more of a fundamental play because you don't have likely it's a lack of volume in here. But something is not right here because this kind of wicking action, this lack of trend, and all of these extreme wicks just tell me the volume is not particularly substantial. So if you're, well, my guess is usually when people are making a request, right, it's either they're in it and they're uncomfortable, or they're in it and they're in a nice profit and they're wondering, oh, it's time to be thinking about taking some profit, or they're drawn to it fundamentally, but they like the story and now they're looking, well, let's see what that chart looks like. Well, oh God, let's go down to the lowest we can do it here. Oh, what do I have on here? I've got a 50 envelope and then the Vegas wave with the God MA, which it would be it's very close to the 233. It's just the average. I just like it. It's a nice baseline. It's the average between the simple moving and the exponential. Well, we can see we got higher highs, higher lows coming in here. And note as we come back to the Vegas wave here, these are just the order blocks coming out of that. Do we have any algo participation? Well, let's go to the first one. Okay, you can make a case for it here. Did it keep going? Well, that's starting to look better. Let's see if we can use anything lower here. No, that's a break. There's the 2. Seems to be getting it. Okay, so the algos are in here. What? Listen, algos are everywhere, right? So here, golden zone, right? Do we have to wonder if the algos are in here? Probably not. So they're in here. Oh, God, just a horrible looking chart. I'm sorry to say it that way, but it's just a clusterfuck. Oh, let's get the 50 off of there just to clean it up a little bit. Okay, so we know, so algo takes profit here. If I come back, looks like it's going to break. You know, it's too far. So you'd have to go back. Let's see, what else could they have used? And even that's a break. Last one here. All right, we're going awfully far back to find them. There it is. You got a target up here. Oh, I wouldn't go near it. So this looks, you got a clear 5 coming down here. So when it's like this, you just kind of try and pick apart. All right, is there any place? No, fuck me. Is there a place where I can find some 5s and 3s? Well, this sure looks like a 5. Right, it's not pretty, and that's kind of doing that. This looks like a complex 3, actually. 1, 2, 3. This looks like I can get a 5 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just per the structure here, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, technical pivots here, 2 golden zones in a row, although we're reaching to try and find those pivots. You would, just from where we start to get a little Elliott, right? Because it's not always there, right? I mean, we could call this a 1, 2. Oh shit, that could be another 1. Your first thought would be, okay, well, there's 5 down. I'm retracing that 5. There's the B, right? I'm looking for a C to come down lower. That might be your thought, just in terms of trying to put some Elliott structure on it. Now, look where we are. So you're coming back to all this wick rejection. Every time we get up here, all of these are getting rejected here. So, yep, here's a pump wick, but how quickly it's all given back. So the B to the C, you're starting to maybe get a little Elliott to show up here, or some pattern recognition we can work with. Here's another 5. So the broader context here doesn't stitch together quite the way you might like, but it does, like we've got it here. Shit, I'd probably do it this way. That looks like, oh fuck, it doesn't really matter, right? So 3, right? So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B. I'd be looking for that C. Let's see if we broke there. We might have made it. Perfect. All right, so here's where I'd be looking. Well, so you're tagging the golden zone there. So what's the next thing we're gonna do? All right, same thing. Every time, never changes. All right, that's the advantage that it gives you. All right, so it's a correction. So we're going to look for the shift. If it took that long, that'd be out to, well, it's actually not that far. I think this is a 60-minute. So if we were coming back in here, well, you'd be back to this little area where we had the order blocks here. Oh, right in here. So if we were coming down here for the C, that would be more interesting. Now we're like, as we just looked at it on the daily here, we're kind of halfway between the two large zones. God, this is just let's see. We're in log. Now, a lot of times you're just trying to say, okay, what's here that I can work with? I'd probably do something like that. So if we start to come down here, the break here would give me confidence. If it heads and I get here right now, am I anticipating that it kicks back up? Well, if it does, right, remember I'd need a 5 to finish. So first thing, right, we know sitting right here right now, we got 80% odds we get there, right? That doesn't change, doesn't matter, right? That's eternal, right? We've got that 80%. Now if we do this, what are you thinking there? Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 could be more to it if this is gonna, just go straight to the median line. I'd be kind of mindful of some of these pivots in here as well. It looks like this area was important to the market. So if we're coming down here, boy, you can just see it. Boy, that doesn't mean it will do it, but boy, 1, 2. All right, it could be. All right, you're going to get something deeper, and now you're back down here or towards the lower end of the range here. But right now, here's one thing I would absolutely not be doing: buying it. Not here. Down here, I like it.
Yeah, I think he's long-term minded because I think he was asking me to do the daily.
Well, the daily is a train wreck.
Yeah, well, just with my analysis, it was basically just up after a long accumulation. So
yeah, I mean that's how you would do. Okay, we get a push. Now we go sideways, right? Accumulation, right? So the longer this push is, assuming, right, it's a solid project. I don't know anything about them. So I'm going to assume that whoever made the request, they like the fundamental story. So it's rip sideways. So your assumption is if this is going to carry on, this is just the accumulation. Well, you can kind of see it, right? So you look at it and say, okay, well, where was the initial round of accumulation? Now back we came trying to test it. Maybe there's another test. Maybe, right? So all the more why sure as I would not be buying it here per the TA that as it sits right now. Now you get down here, it's going to look a lot better. So up here, resistance. Oh, God, was that technical? Looks like it's too far. Yeah, it is. So look.
SpaceX is rattling my house right now.
Oh, what is?
SpaceX.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Yeah, they test the rockets like 6 miles from me.
Oh, no kidding. I know they're in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
All right.
Whole
so
house shakes.
That's about as much as I can offer you there. It's kind of an ugly chart. So if you're in for the long term, you have to look at well, so if you got the pullback here, right, that would be a reasonable place. I don't know that I would go hardcore there, right, but I might nibble at the edges there looking for that run, because you can recognize here the threat if we're going to come down further, right? So remember, as I drew it here, let's just redo that so you get the context, right? C certainly could be lower. Come here. All right, so if that was the 1 and then we came back in a 2, 3, 4, 5. You could see that getting there. Right now, you'd be back down here to challenge these lows. It's all a function of first. Let's get to the median line. So there's a nice little short there. So if you're already long, you're not taking that. You're just looking for the next opportunity to be a buyer. Well, you got nice order blocks down here. You probably get a reaction down there. This is the last down bar before it went up.
Look at the indicators and see what you think on the daily and 3-day.
Yeah,
I'm seeing. I mean, obviously, just seller
on
exhaustion,
the daily,
but looks daily and 3-day is where it's prominent for me on the 3-day RSI. I mean, obviously,
well, this is an RSI. This is the TDI. It's just that center line is an RSI. It's just got Bollinger Bands around it. So you're up in that zone to where if it starts to roll over here, you'd have potential for that to follow this route. You're on the other side of the RSIs, though. That's like that's like a proxy for the 50. Like, so if we get over the way this histogram does the RSI, if it gets over that, you're in trend mode. It would be like getting over the 50. Not a lot of volume here, so seller, nobody's particularly aggressive here, but the chart pattern just suggests more down before up.
Yeah, OKX, their volume is not great on this. Looks like
look at
50,000, but you've got Gate.io that's got 500,000. Coinbase is 135. So there's better ones than this. This just has the most history, so that's why we went there.
Oh, okay.
It probably didn't help with the lower time frame count, but on the longer term.
Well, at the end of the day, no matter what, we can just see what just happened here, right? This was an attempt to go up, right? The algo rejects it. Doesn't mean they can't get through, but you can understand, oh, why does it stop here? It's always the question, why does it stop there? Why? Right? You always have to ask yourself, why does it stop here? Why does it stop here? Right? Why? Okay, if you can figure it out, then you get a slight edge. Oh, I know why it stopped there. Sell side algo hit it. So what's next? Does that look like a buying situation? Would you want to take the risk of buying right into that on the next visit? I wouldn't. But I like buying it down here so I can get all. See, if I can buy it down here, if I'm going to get rejected, I look at all that headroom I have. Oh, you get rejected again? Okay, well, look at all that margin I have in there in terms of profit. So just something to consider. But you see, you got to be careful about thinking, well, this is a great project, so I'm only looking on the buy side. Now, if you're a long-term hodler, right, you're just looking for the next entry. But if you're trading this asset, that is a sell signal, not a buy signal. So if you don't want to take the short, you're just going to wait for a better location for the long, right? So if you can get it lower and you're a long-term hodler, well, I guess what I'm trying to get to is there's no reason to FOMO into the long here because you want to add more to it because you're a long-term bull. You've got a piece. Now, look for a better entry. That's just exactly what we're trying to do with Bitcoin every week, right? So I keep waiting. Okay, where's a decent time to be a buyer for a long-term hodler? Because that's how that's what I'm doing. So if I can buy it down here, well, now a couple of things. One, I'm pretty close to all that initial accumulation phase. I'm at the low end of the range, so I'm much more comfortable buying even close to it, anywhere down here. Because now I can just sit, oh, you're going to come down, you're going to tap it a few more times, let's check the supply down here, what happens here. But eventually, over the long term, you'd be anticipating, at the very least, we're going to go back up and test the upper end of the range, right? If this is a solid project, that seems inevitable. Would be my thought there. But boy, if I brought this chart up for the first time and I was just like, do I want to trade here? No, would be my answer. Definitely not. There's no trend. Right? Look at the Vegas wave. It's just going sideways right through the middle of it. No trend, no trade. Otherwise, you're trying to pick the start of the trend. which is dangerous to do, right? Let the trend happen and you just get on board. You don't need to be there at the bus station saying, oh, okay, I know exactly when this thing is going to start to trend, right? Nobody does, right? It's a foolish attempt to try and pick that. Let it show you. Oh, we're trying to look for a little separation with or at least the Vegas wave not going sideways. That literally says no trade. Literally not a place to be trading, right? And so as it goes below it and above it, below it and above it, does anybody have any advantage? Is anybody making any money here? Oh, maybe scalpers. My guess is Monte Crypto will have a nice, with his technical parameters on this, perhaps he'll give this a visit on Wednesday. Sounds like he's already done all because, his stuff takes much more time. And a lot of key levels get noted. So if this wouldn't be a bad one to check on tomorrow as well. All right, let me, hopefully that was satisfactory. I don't know what else to tell you on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to post a link right now.
Oh, is he a member?
No, he's not a member, but
you can post
not that I know of anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to post a actual link
for you put it on the
chart. Yeah, I'm just going to put it in chat right now.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to keep moving. So, I got Frade. Frade likes to give me 3. I like that about Frade. He gives me plenty of content. Because I'm always asking the members, hey, guys, no content, no live stream. And he always is very good with that. Okay, Frade, what are we doing here? So we got LRC. LRC. What are we doing with LRC? Loop ring. That's right. I knew it. Well... What are we thinking? Oh, I like it, Frade. Looking good here. Okay, so you gave me a 1 hour. Okay, so it's a little hard for me to comment, and I got to see the bigger picture here, some context. A, B, C, like that, into the W, X, A, B, C, into the Z. Okay, he's working from the premise that that's the low. That's our pivot. Now, you didn't give me log, which makes me wonder why. All right, let's look. I mean, given the range here, maybe you meant to. Oh, yeah, this is, holy shit. Well, if 4 times the range is when you would go to log. We're certainly beyond 4 times the range. Boy, this has got I got to step back here. This looks pretty cool, actually. Oh, what are we doing here? Okay, so... Yeah, I'm with you. Right now, it's last resort, right? If there's no other solution, right? Truncation, they do happen, right? It's just that you have to have exhausted every other possibility, right? So then you get here and it's all wick. Yeah, I'll go with the truncation. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what are we doing? 5, 3, 5. Yeah, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Right. So, yep. So he gets a 5. Stumble on saying 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Leading diagonal, right? 3 longer than 1, 5 obviously longer than 3, deep 4. What did you get on that 4, just out of curiosity? It looks like we broke, right? So we went, oh, god damn, look, is that not amazing? Still astonishes me right there. Right in the golden zone. Oh, what a good example this is, right, of the kind of thing I'm trying to show you guys. So if you were unsure here, right, and you was like, okay, it looks like I could finish here. Well, here's the truncation. Well, if you were iffy about this, you got two tries at it. Did you get a 50 here? Not quite. That would have been a little trickier to take. Well, we're coming right out of the golden zone off the low. So we can assume we have a technical pivot here. So this all looks very good. We're just shy of second target. Now we start coming down. So he's going 1, 2. We're putting it in here. Oh, it kind of makes sense. Oh, kind of looking at all of this action here. So this is the push to can we keep going? Can we keep going? Finally gets it. Well, that essentially what you have here is a great example of the breakout retest. Right? We're back to all of this structure, right? Which is why you got to be careful about chasing that. I know, right? Here's the problem we create. Oh shit! You're giving me a fib time there. Hang on, I don't want to lose that. The problem we create for ourselves, we think, oh God, it's never coming back. Oh fuck, I missed it. Well, I better grab some. And if you do that, right, then it should be a reinforcement to like, okay, I'm not going to chase that because the odds are there'll be a retrace back to where it came from. Not always. Not always. I'm not saying that's an absolute, but it's much better to sit and wait and let that go. And if it does come back, you get your second chance at it rather than go, oh, fuck, FOMO. I got to grab it. So that's what FOMO kills, right? It kills accounts. All right, let's see what we're doing coming down. Pretty tricky. Well, that's a clear 5. There's a clear 3. Oh, you got a squish right there. You got a little... Yeah, it's a little Elliott shuffle in there. 1, 2. Okay, let's go with it. Okay, right. So here maybe we can. This is where we get a little muddy with the Elliott, right? So is that a perfect 5 down? No, it's not. Is the broader structure basically a 3? Is that an ABC, right? And then followed by an X here. I'd go with that. I'm not so worried about that subdivision here. The broader structure says that's a 3. There's the retracement of it. Okay, that looks like 5. There's an A. There's a 3 into a B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like he got all that subdivision, right? This is the extra effort that pays off. 3, 4. Look, oh God, man, good work in there. Nice detail. Look, he's nailed every single pivot. Right, it's kind of where I started, right? If you know something, can you teach it back to me? Right, we do this for your benefit, not for mine. And hopefully you guys watching go, oh yeah, I can kind of see that, right? So the next time you get a chart like that, you go, let me see if I can do it. Because try loop ring. You won't remember. You won't remember what this is if you bring it up blank chart. You're not going to remember his count. See if you can see what he's doing, right? That's he put time and effort into that to nail it. Okay, I've nailed the 5. Okay, so what can I anticipate coming off of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the A, right? Now double tops. B, C. Okay, so right off the bat, again, we don't have to parse this all out. At this point, once we break this pivot here, are we trying to squeeze this into an impulse? Probably not. And then again, just another example of it here because I want you to start thinking this way. We want the impulses to be self-contained, right? So if you were to put a channel on this, right, we want it to be self-contained. We don't want to connect rips like this. You don't want to go this and connect it, right? If there's an impulse there, I want it all self-contained. Now that doesn't mean that that's always going to be the case. It's just your preference. If I can find a trade where my impulse is all contained, I'm all the more attracted to it. Rather than, shit that often, sometimes I'll see this from students. Okay, there's my one wave. And I say that in jest, right? It's not to make fun of that. It's just that, as you're learning, you're thinking, 1, 2, well, I guess that's a pretty big 4, but okay, well, it seems like it didn't overlap the 1. And I'm just trying to get your eye to start looking for self-contained channeling. That's a critical part of it. You're not always going to get it. Market's not always going to cooperate. But if you can find it, that's what you're looking for. And if there's a way to solve it as a self-contained unit, look to solve your impulses right there. All right. So 1, 2. Right. So at this point, now so here you're thinking, oh, wait a minute. Fuck, did I get that all wrong? Is that just a 3 is this just corrective? Because, right, I had a big ripping 5 here. It looks like it was technical as well. Again, we're back to how would you know? How do I know? Oh, look at that. Did that break? Let's get that. It gave you the advantage, right? Advantage bulls. It's just ever so slight. Just enough to give the advantage. So having seen that little break. Now, of course, right, you would immediately be going, oh, maybe it's here. Right? Maybe it's the 50. Now, what am I right back to? What's the context? Where's the last impulse that completed? Right here. Okay. Is that correcting it? Well, certainly could be. Certainly could be. This could be, oh, shit, maybe I got the count wrong. Well, there's an impulse. There's a 3 that corrects it. It's been a tough call to really have any conviction into the buy here if you didn't have that context. If you didn't say, well, wait a minute. I don't think that is a correction because I can account for every swing on the way down from this pivot. I've got a completed combo. A, B, C, X, A, B, all the detail. Now, of course, it could, right? We know, nobody knows, right? It could be W, X, Y, X, Z. Could be. But look where we are. Okay, I've completed an impulse here. I'm starting to come back down. All right, let's get it. I think we just looked at this. Let's review. So where are we here? Oh, all the structure here. That sure makes sense for the pivot. Didn't quite get that. It's out of curiosity. I think I just did this. Well, this is going to be too far, right? So you've got the break here. So you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to pick one of these. Let's use the. Well, actually, the algo is not going to use the truncation. The algo is going to use the dominant. All right. So there's dominant to dominant. We come up just shy. You're seeing what we're bumping into. So it could be that price action. Oh, let's get in there. All right, so we have the little break here, which gives the advantage to the bulls. Now, if this is going to hold as some sort of a diag, boy, is this critical, or this is going to roll over, and we're going to be looking at the WXYXZ. So we need the 5 here, which is what he's playing on. All right, so if this is going to be, let's get in here. If this is an ABC, ABC, ABC. Now, what's problematic here is that we have a very shallow 3. So there's going to be, well, let's measure it out here. Okay, so if this is our 1, right? So ideally, we would not want a contracting diag here. We'd want a leading diag. So one possibility here, can we get a 5 into this? Is it that we could have a bigger ABC going in here. It looks like you might. Oh, it looks like you probably squeeze it. So that could be your A, B, C is what you actually would prefer to have here for the 3. Even though, right, it's just, again, context, right? So here rules and guidelines kind of help us a little bit. Let's say I get the 5 here. Well, okay, then what do I have? Then I have a contracting diag in the 1? Not like it's never happened before, but that's not what you would prefer. Right, so if anything, you're hoping that you get a bigger ABC here. Now, would that based on where we are, is that in the realm of possibility? Well, we get that didn't overlap, right? So I guess we get an impulse here. Look at that shit that doesn't happen randomly. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the A, ABC into the B. 1, 2, 3, triangle 4 nails the 5. Okay, so we're coming off of that. Let's get down to the. How about Okay, so here's our low. I'm gonna take this off. Do you see what he's doing though? He's doing exactly what I'm describing that I want you guys to do. Right? He's trying to keep it all self-contained. I'm only moving it here. I'll just hide it so I can see it a little better. What he's doing in here. Okay, 1, 2. Ooh, that gets skinny, but that looks like the 4, 5. So you've got your, this is very 4-like. So you need that one last kick up here. This is a little gnarly down here. 1, 2, 3. So we'd have to do it as a diag. That's ugly. Did we get a new low there here? I'm just looking, is there an alternate count here that we might look at? Looks like this is a true double bottom. Nope, broke, right? Okay, so that's why you got to dig in there and see it, right? Because I was thinking, could this be 1, 2, and we went into the 3 here, but now we can't, right? So should have known he checked that. Okay, so this has to be the 5 if we're coming up. Oh, shit, let's try the 15. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's there. It's mighty shallow, and that's kind of, well, again, right look. Is that the right look? Oh, it's what's there. Right look. It's a look. I don't know that that would be the one I'd be looking to trade off of. That looks like 5 actually. I can't say I love this one. I would just call it a green banana. Okay, maybe. We're in log here, so I can't run a channel off. It's not there yet, I don't think. All right, so, okay, maybe if I get this 5, I can kind of live with that shitty 3, but just out of curiosity here. Yeah, we're just long enough. Not really the 3 you'd want. I really want to call this all a 1. I'm not sure I can. Maybe not. There's a 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. So he might have it. A, B. Well, it looks like that's A, B, C. So that actually could be there. 1, 2, 3. Not quite yet. Oh, fuck. Do we have a little impulse there? 1, 2. Doesn't look like it's there. 1, 2. You'd need this to be the 1, 2 of the impulse. A, B, C. It's not quite there. I don't. Yeah. Again, I come back to my green banana. It's maybe. You don't want to take maybes, right? So. There, again, you hear me say this all the time, right? Okay, we have so many things to trade. Why would we want to go with something bizarre like this? Now, again, I get it if you're into loop ring, right? A lot of people, that's a real contender to be a big success story. But that's not good enough for me. Oh, that's not good enough for me. I know maybe Freyd likes this, right? Or he's in it, and he's just like, okay, hey, heads up here. This is a good one. If we finish this 5, okay, well, if we did that, which is, I'm sure, what he's proposing here. Look, he's already got it teed up for us. So if we get a funky 5 here, and we can come down in a 3, and I get into the pocket of where we're looking for it, okay, I could take that. Why? So what would be the other thing I could do here if I got this? Right now I want original recipe. Oh, fuck me. Come here. I want original. Okay, there we go. So if I were to get the 5 down for the golden zone, if I can get a golden corner here, now I'm excited. Now I'm like, oh, okay, bring it on, baby. Right? So I can, I don't even have to give it that much risk. I might use some of this structure here just to, no, fuck, come here. Some of anywhere in there, right? So I'd give it that a little bit of headroom. 1, 2, right? So if you stop me out, okay, all right, fuck, all right, I'll try again. If I like it, if I get something decent here, and what does this look like? Well, it really kind of plays, right? So look at all this prior support, resistance, support. Now if we come back again, maybe support. You got the big support zone down here. 1, 2, I'd take that. Right, I'm going to put a tight stop on it, though. Now, if I get this, right, I'm not anticipating that to be the 3. I'm anticipating that to be the 1 of the 3, right? So if I get get that, okay, what's coming next? That's the big one, right? So you could wait for all of this, right? Let it complete. Here, I'd be interested. Here, I'd be interested. Here, I'd be interested. Here, I'd be interested, right? It's all context. Oh, I got an impulse. I got a retrace. I'm on my way to an 80% probability. Why would I not take those trades? Oh, I don't know. I wasn't quite comfortable. Okay, you better take this one. That's the money ball. If you waited and you did all this work, right? So look at the work that he's put into all of this to nail every little fucking pivot, right? He's got it all nailed down. Now you get the 5 off the low, and you don't take it here. Well, I wanted to make sure that I had a good pivot. Okay, well, you better take that one. I mean, now we don't have this yet, but that's what you're waiting for here. So that's where, that's how I'd approach it. Well, it's a good one, Freyd. Nice work, right? Really love to see the effort, right? So here's what that tells me. He gives a shit. He cares. He's studying. He's applying. Right? So it's just everything we can hope for, right? He's a great member. All right, what else we got from Freyd? Let's see here. We got, what is this? AXS? Let's go to copy. Oh, this looks good. AXS on Binance. Okay, so as I always do, I just got to see where we're coming from. Okay, so it looks like we've got a good contender here. What do I need to do here? 8. Again, right? What do you see when you bring that up? I see effort. I see craft. Not, you know, oh fuck, you know, throw a 200 on, let's buy it above and sell it below. This is craft, right? He's demonstrating his craft. Well, really, really good work. All right, so let's reset here. Okay, from our low. Oh, afraid why are we not in log? Well, maybe you just don't give them to me in log and then let me choose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hang on. Is this COVID? No, that's not COVID. This is an hourly. Where the fuck are we? Okay, 1, 2. Let's see how we did here. 38. A, B, no fuck, who cares, right? It's 3. 1, we come off of it with a 5. How are we doing that? Wait a second here. Oh, you lost me here just for a second. 1, 2. Okay, I got it. Okay, so this is, you just, it's the, gosh, the giant numbers you use. All right, let me bring this down a little bit. Okay, let's go sub here. Let's go. God damn it. Oh, come on, TradingView. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3. That's the 5 of the 5 of the 3. And I got more giant degree here. Let's put that so we can see it. Okay, so let's dig in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, let's go again. Let's go to white there. Okay, what are we doing up here? 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, nice. Look, ABC in every one of those pivots. Nice work. 3, 4. Okay, so we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gives us 5 of the 5 of the 5 of the. Is that the 5? Where's my 5? Oh, it is the 5, right? So here, let's take that up. Yeah, I gotta get used to you guys. All right, so now, let's see. Now here, do we need to be in log? This is where you gave it to me out of log. 1, 2, 3, triangle 4 into the 5. Okay, I like that. 3 into the B. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C. So, okay, so we go A, B, C, right? So he's got an A, B, C that finishes here. So it creates the nice channeling here. X, a little shallow on the X, but you know, it is what it is. 5, so we're stringing together 2 ABCs, right? That's all we're doing here. So this is it's really a nice combo. And note as well, all self-contained. Even though it's corrective, right? How sweet to have it all self-contained. Right? It gives you more conviction here. Oh, so this goes here. Hang on. Oh, shit, hang on. That's my wife here. I just have to tell her I got to call you later. All right, looks like we got a decent start. Now, you gave me the hourly, so let's look at that. Okay, got a nice baseline here. 1, 2, 3, golden zone, golden corner. Skinny, but it looks like it's there. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. What'd you do? Yeah, okay, let's get in there. A, B, C, W, A, B, C, X, A, oh, that is skinny. Well, fuck, it's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got it. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, 65 to the tick. Good God, can that get any sexier? I know, you got to be a true TA geek to think that. Let's go. All right, so, oh God, it's just fucking unbelievable. All right, so golden corner. So what do we know right now without any question in our mind? We got 80%, right? Not 100%, 80% that we get there. So if that's the 4, interesting. Look at this. Wow. Well, so we overlap. So with the overlap, we have to think of it as corrective, or pardon me, as a diag. So A, B, C, A, B, C. Oh, fuck. Oh, I guess, pardon me, we could do the 5 through 5, which he seems to like, right? We're seeing a lot of those. So, squeeze a 5 in there. Here's a 5. There's our 3. This is a complex 3. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have our 4. That's ballsy. Right, okay, so the 4 and the 2, okay. It's not out of bounds. I mean, it's big, right? The 4 is much bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we get that, well, it sure looks like a diag, right? It's exactly what they look like. So I'm with you. I think this is actually quite good, right? But here's if we had no Elliott, do we need Elliott right here? Think about it. Okay. Do we need the Elliott right here? All right, just price action, swing. Oh, establish some resistance here. I can pull it over. All right, I got my resistance. Oh, it's gonna break out. It's gonna break out. Nope, back to the range. Now it breaks out. Right. So here's another example. Oh shit! Oh my God! I missed it! Oh my God! I better buy it! I better buy it! Where did it come right back to? Where you were freaking out? FOMO kills, right? Remember that. So do we have this coming off of here? Oh, let's get in there. Yeah, I'm with you. I would call that the 1. There's not much else to call it. Oh God, you even did it in here. Let's get this in white so I can see it. Okay, 1, 2. Ooh. Well, okay, given the depth here, I'd probably go down. Let's go to a 15-minute. Can you really get it there? Let's bring you back. Oh, that's a little skinny. But given the depth of the retracement, that's pretty much all you've got to work with. Right, so come back to the 50 to this little pivot. All right, I'd go with that. Because of that depth, right? Swing, retrace, right? Algo already got paid. Well, this looks like a 4, so you'd be kind of winging it here with this. Right? Can you get another push up there? Can't say I love it. Oh, that would need to go up a degree. Let's go micro. Let's put it in blue. It's not great. It's not a great start. You'll note here he's not trying to play in here. He's waiting for the retrace. So he's waiting for this to kind of show itself. Okay, we're going to get an impulse here. Well, a little skinny on the 1, very technical on the 2. Look, we're trying here to get an impulse into that 3. Reasonable target up here. He's got going with the 1318 and the 1382 and the 1618. You know, reasonable target here if we're going to go. Well, I'd be doing it exactly as he's laid it out for you. All right, let's get the 5 to finish here. Okay, all right, good. Give me the 5 because this is not a great looking start. I mean, it's all right. Where's the resistance? Right, we know it's going to be there. So thus, you got to know, where they are, what they're going to be looking to do, right? Where you're going to bump into them, right? You could see this. Oh, you could see it coming in here. Just right, if you got that. 1, right? Reasonable spot to anticipate. Well, where am I likely to find some resistance? Well, we know damn well there's going to be there, right? Doesn't mean you can't get through, but we know there's going to be sell side resistance there. Here's their target right down here. So to get this first one to finish and then get a retrace back into all of this structure here. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I want that one. 1, 2. I'll take the money wave. Going, shit. I mean, that's going to, maybe too sharp. Shit, maybe you get it up here. You don't know when you're going to get it. You could get it here. But you're going to get, well, odds are, I should rephrase, odds are you're going to get it. Good one, Fred, right? Good pair. Okay, we'll do the last one from him, and that's AVAX. Copy link. Okay. Let's see. So this one I can get rid of. This one is the copy. So I can get rid of that one. Okay. So now I got AVAX. All right. So we got a trio from Fred. Note the consistency of what he posts. What did the market do? Oh, God. Just I'd be high, I'd be low. Oh, all right. Let's pull out here. Where are we? Oh, I'm going to have to go to a daily. Oh, let's see here. Well, this looks like we want to be in log as well. Okay, sorry. Oh, right in the middle of doing our taxes here, and I've got my wife texting me about shit we need. Okay, so here we go. Let's let me concentrate here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 3. There's the 4. All right, so it's basically just a big 3. Oh, 8. So we're back into the prior 3, 4. Right there. Well, resistance, support. Back down to test the support. Or you could probably pull this over. Call that the support. So we're right there. Okay, so we get a decent launch, it would look like. We get a good launch off of this. 1, 2, so we're doing it as a diag, ABC, ABC. We've seen a lot of that in the alts. A lot of diags as we struggle to get a trend going. A, B, so how are we doing it? We're doing 1, 2. A, something's wrong there. Let me raise this up here. We're doing 1, 2. What are we doing here? Well, it looks like we missed a wave there. So, what are we doing, Fred? Something's off here. So we're going, we can't go. Did you mean to put the 4 here? Oh, let me get in here. I think we got something off here. Maybe it's because I'm in log, right? So that is what you meant. Fuck here. 1, 2, A. I think what you want to do is B. Oh, fuck. Do we have a 3rd here? We want this to be the 3rd here. How are we getting there? A, B, C, what it seems like. So you're going to have to go do it as a 3. Yikes. Okay, I see it. Okay, so we got to just relabel here a little bit. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks. Oh fuck, we can't quite do that because it would. How are we doing this? 1, 2, 3 is what I think we're stuck with. Well, this is kind of fucking the count up right in here. What do we do with that? I think you might maybe have to do the 1 here. A, B, C. I don't know that I like it any better. Well, let's go to a 2 here. Let's get a little more context. What is happening here? We can't put the 3. So you're kind of cock-blocked here because we can't put the 3 there because it would be the shortest. So let's do a little measuring here. That's the 1 and that's the 2. Well, I don't have a 3 here. Fuck. I don't want to put the 3 here. I'd have to put the 4 here. Well, maybe I can do it that way. Maybe that's what he meant to give me. So we're long enough here. This would be the correction. So this would actually be A, B, C into the 4, overlapping the 1. That's kind of ugly. But I suppose it works. All right, so the extension is in the 5th. So it works. 3 is longer than 1, 5 longer than 3. So we have the diag. It's ugly as hell. Okay, so he's playing A, B. We got a nice 5 down here to give us a W. This is ballsy, but look at the risk reward here. So he's playing the down up. It's really not a bad thought. Right? So we've got clear resistance up here where we've had all this rejection. I'm going to pull it over. All right, we can kind of understand why. It's trying. If it's going to get through there, its odds are we can anticipate what it would look like. right? We come back to it, right? Test all this. Now we're going to keep going. So I guess the contender here is that this is the 1, and we're working on the 2 here, and then we'd be going 3, 4, 5 up here. So he's trying to play the WX into the Y, anticipating that this would come down in a 3. We get the Y, so short it, long it, right? That's the, if you can get the double hit like that, you can really, well, feel good. They're hard to get, but they're gettable. Oh, so the thing he'd have to be concerned with, if this is 1, this could be 2, but we don't have a rip roaring impulse. It doesn't look like here, and it would be, oh, here. Let's put mine back so I can see a little bit. So we'd be right to the 38. He's playing the X into looking for more typical here, but all of this might need a revisit. All of this chop here that was kind of making the count a bit of a cluster F. WX, I'd take it. Well, let's just look in there. What do we have here, really? Do we have a 5? Because that's what you'd be worried about. Because you could have finished the 4 here, or pardon me, the 2 here. If this is the 1, if this is the 1, we could finish the 2 there. But what do we get here? Is that an impulse? Doesn't look like it. There's a 3. So, well, let's see. Could we turn it into an impulse? This would have to be 1, 2. This would have to be 1, 2. Well, the one thing I will say, it's kind of as we were talking before, I'm in the log here, it's all pretty much self-contained. So if it's corrective, it's doing a nice imitation. Let's see if we can figure that out. If this is 1, 2, this would have to be 1, 2. I'm not sure that's long enough, so this would have to be 3, 4. We'd be working on the 5. So let's just do a quick measure, just so we have the alternate mapped out in case we're wrong about this. Oh, you'd have to put the 3 up here, so this would have to be 1, 2. Let's just see if we can make it fly. So 1, 2. This would have to be the 3, 4, 5 of the impulse here that we would need to make that work. So could that work? Let's just take a look at it. Well, we got to measure that 3. Looks like it's okay, but I'm not positive. Yep, we're okay. It's not gorgeous, but it could. That's what you'd be concerned about here. That this. So you've already got it here. You've got the correction at the 38. Now, could that be a 4? I don't. Let's pull back out. Let's go to that 2 hour. This is the problem area right here. Well, we're not going to really know. This is going to need a little more development here, because this is really a guess. Nobody knows what that is, right? There's no. That is an ABC. So the 1, 2 seems good, but the ABC is not great. But it does work. I don't. Well, see, could we go 1, 2, 1, 2? Actually, it looks like we could. All right, so we might have a second 1, 2 here, because this feels like a perfect 4, but that's from the low. Let's see how it would be if we pull it from. If we went 1, 2 this way, we'd be right at the 50. Tricky one, I'm afraid. I'm not sure I love this one. Well, here, right? So the problem with that here, our 80% was way too easy to get. So you wouldn't use that pivot. You probably use that one, but even still, you're already there. So those aren't really helping us there. So if I'm pulling from here, it's just not like we couldn't see a 2 here. But this is sure looking impulsive. So if it's a W, that's not looking much like an X, right? It looks really self-contained. Right? I'm back where I was saying. It's all just a straight moonshot, all self-contained. I'd want to see something break that down a little bit. What do we want in an X, right? We want a nice. That's what we want, right? We've got a straight lunar shot. So I guess at this point, all you can do is just have 2 counts. I'd be prepared here. If this comes down in a 3, right, you'd be mindful of the fact that, okay, this could be the 1-2 or the 1-2 of the 5th, right? If this is going to play as the 3 and the 4, just because of the location of the retrace, I'd be concerned about that, as opposed to, oh, well, I need it to be an X, so I'm going to call it a 3. Be careful about that. Now you could get something. Oh God, I suppose this could be an A, and we could get a B, and then we could go up into it. We could double top some. We could get up in here for get a better looking X, and then come down here. All that's potential. If you're going to take this, I like the fact that at least you're keeping a very tight stop on that, because this is iffy. Now you can just work off of the price action. Okay, we've tried a couple of times here, hasn't gotten there. What do we got? Anything below? Okay, just volume. Volume's dying off a little bit. That's my thought, Fred. I might want a little bit more info on this one, but just to let it reveal a little bit better, because this is such a nice 3, right? Such a nice flat, right? It's pretty. Right? All the conditions met for a 3, so certainly could be the 2. All right, let me keep moving here. Let's see. I got James with Bitcoin. All right, let's see if his matches what I had. Top left. Okay, so let me go to here. All right, James M. And you're giving me top left, which I have a bad habit of immediately going to the wrong one. Okay, so let me save that. Top left. All right, so we're looking at a 30-minute. Okay, so let's bring that down just to start. This is, it's the exact same count that I have. Hate the diag. Yeah, it's funky. I'm with you. That's the exact same count, right? So when we oh shit, I had it here. When we started here, this one's exact same count, right? It's not, so, well, I mean, there's not a whole lot of ways to count that differently. You like the retest of the channel. Well, how could that happen? Well, it could, the count's going to break down a little bit if we get that, right? This is going to start to look uglier. So what would we be saying? 1, 2. All right, so we get a sideways 2. This is very valid, right? It's a little, it's not ideal. This is hard to argue with the impulse here. So if we were going to do A, B, C, right, we got that. Well, I mean, look at the channeling, right? You see, it seems, I don't know, this is a little bit hunch driven. If you're like, oh, I just got a hunch it's going to come down here and get, okay, maybe, nothing wrong with a trading hunch. But does the TA support it? TA, in my eye, says that. Right? That's what's right here in front of us. But now, could we, right, remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So what the alternate would be, if this were a W, well, this would have to be a 1, 2, 3, meaning we're not going to get that 5th. This is going to be the pivot. That would be the X through the ABC. 1, 2, 3 turns an ABC. And now you'd be looking for, well, pardon, if it's W and that's an X and this is ABC, now we'd be looking for 3 to get us down there. So this would have to be starting B, C to get there. Well, okay, so if that's what we get, right, now it's going to look more like this. Now we're breaking all the channeling. And we're going to go up. So the 1, 2, 3. You're looking for that last leg. Oh, fuck me. Come here. Oh, trading view. Come on. So we'd be looking for that. Let's do it here. Well, let's see. Could we make that work? Well, right. I would certainly want to pay attention to the channeling. So if I double it, would it get me there? I'd prefer to hold it right here. But I might have to do it here. Well, where would we be from the low? Oh, pardon me. From the 2, looks like we're going to be, well, that's interesting. But we really don't want a 4 at the 618. That's where we want 2s. Would it be valid? Yeah, it'd be valid. right? Our one's way down here. You'd be coming back to this structure here, which, you know, you can kind of talk yourself into. Well, that makes perfect sense. But you're kind of out in no man's land here. Let's just finish this here. If this was W and that's X. All right, 1272. All right, so that's a real contender. I just don't like the shape, right? So if it's gonna go, if it's legit, and we're gonna have this impulse complete, we kind of want it right now. Doesn't mean we're gonna get it, but you want this to be an impulse coming off of that, not a 3. Oh, we're gonna know pretty quickly, right? We don't have much further to go to confirm this as an impulse. We're not there yet, right? Not much further to go is not there. We're not there yet. This right now could easily be an ABC, and then we're going to go W, X, Y. Sometimes I think you got to be careful about trying to outsmart the market. What's the most obvious thing in front of us right there? So I kind of look at that and go, why would you assume that that's not going to finish? No, you got Fed minutes tomorrow. I mean, Bitcoin is clearly trading like a risk asset, right? We're not in the volatility, inflation hedge stage of its maturity yet, right? It's just another risk asset. So if the NASDAQ goes down, Bitcoin goes down. So, you know, assuming we don't get it tonight, if we don't get that to where we can lock in, okay, it's a 5, right? So likely it's a 1. Of course, you know, could be the 5th, but more likely it's a 1. I think that would be a mistake to try and turn that into an X. Kind of back where I was. God damn it. Well, let's see. I'm out of log, so I could use a regression channel. You better break that first. Another good use of a regression channel. I want the impulse to be all within 2 standard deviations if I can get it. So if you got that, so this is where the crunch time would be, right? So right here, what are you doing? I'm buying. Because it's the simplest. It's the most obvious. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little funky here. 1, 2. You'd know pretty quickly, right? If you get stopped, well, no, of course, you know, we don't know that we're going to get that right just as you. Pretty good draw for a free draw. All right, so but if we got that here, I kind of come to, well, why would you not buy that? What's your risk reward there? All right, we're looking for that reasonable stop there. There's 7 to 1. I'd probably use this choppy zone in here. All right, so get a little bit on the other side of that, knowing, right, of course, it could come down in 786, right? We got lots of congestion here. If you're giving it that much, now you don't have 3 to 1, right? So you can't. I would encourage you to at least look for 3 to 1. So even if you did under the 786, you got a little bit more of a cushion. So you reduce your size a little bit. So that's still a jab and not an uppercut to the jaw. So you'd have decent. And that's assuming, remember, this is assuming we're not going to get a full third here, right? That we're just going to go up here and get, we get the median line here. We get something like that. If you're right there, I don't know that I'd be selling it, right? I think if you get this, you want to stay for the 3, right? Rather than, it's not going to get there this time. Remember, 52 is the target. Here's 52 up here. That's the ideal location if I go back to where we want this in a 3. If I don't get it that way, if I get it in a 5, rethinking the triangle. Looks good, James. I think we just got to wait and see here, right? What we get, right? Do we get a 5 or does it stay as a 3? All right. Hang on. Okay, I got just a little note from Baby Whale. Okay, let me keep moving here. So I've got, I got Ethereum from him as well. Well, this will be interesting to see how it compares with Ethereum. Okay, so this one is bottom left on ETH. All right, bottom left. Wait, I gotta make a copy. Yeah, we're almost done here. ETH, and then we got Wonka, and then, oh, Gravity Andy gave me Coinbase. Bottom left. Let me get it right. Bottom left. Right, bottom left. All right, so last James and I exchanged charts. He was on the short side. Okay, so this is fucked. It's not valid. Yeah, I feel you there. This is fugly, right? I don't know what you do with that, right? You just have to make do and put it into context and see if it works. 1, 2. Okay, what are we doing? You're giving me multiple accounts. So 1, 2. Where's that 3? 3. I'm gonna put. I gotta. This. I mean, this is just an example of why I always change the colors, so I don't get lost. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives me my third here. Blue versus white. Okay, so the alternate would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, so why do we care? Because it looks like we didn't get. Did we get our length here? Holy shit. Could that be? Are you guys seeing that? 1618 to the tick. I mean, there's a reason why I keep mapping these out for you and telling you there's the highest probability. There it is in Ethereum to the tick, right? So from this 1, 2. So if you were wondering wonder where I might put that 3. Well, this is a pretty good contender right there. Although he's got another kick on it here, so we're going further up to get the 5 here. So it would be, this is the 2. Do we have a way to get there? 1, 2. Okay, I see it. So you could do it. That would be a 1. That's a candidate for a 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see that one, James? Right. So, well, you have it. You have this as a couple of 1s. So clearly you see the 5 there. You see the 3 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I missing? That would be the 3, 4. So we just have to deal with that last little 5. So even though we got that perfect 1618 there, we got to deal with that last 5, right? Which he's dealing with. He just didn't number it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to account for that. So that's a good candidate here. So it's either a 1 or a 5. All right, let's pull that back out. 1, 2, 3. I'm inclined to think that. Although I see your issue here. Although this could be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck, I guess it doesn't matter. I'd just probably spend a little more time with that, but I don't think there's anything here that's going to affect where we are. So coming down from the pivot low here, I guess the only variable is it a 3 or a 1 or a 5. Right? What are we doing up here? Something completed up here. Well, right. So given the depth of it, I'd be inclined to think 2. So where do we retrace? Golden zone. I guess that doesn't need much comment. So what do we have here? Golden corner. Right, we got 80%, right? We don't know where it's going to go. Now failure to get there, right? We don't. I don't know why you would. Well, this is interesting, James. Okay, so here you're going with the impulse here that we're going to finish up here. In Bitcoin, you're thinking, oh, maybe not. ABC, right? You got that hunch that we're going to come lower. Hunches, have their place. Oh, this is a lot of. I might go to just cut some of that down a little bit so we can see a little bit better. But what a perfect God! Just if you had to guess where it was going to retrace, would that not be like, oh shit, maybe we'll get a golden corner here on the retrace in Ethereum? Wouldn't that be exciting? How many are long off of that right now? I'd be curious to know that, right? I mean, we teach this all day, every day, right? So there, it gave it to you out here on the hourly from the pivot low to the golden zone at a high. Well, we got right on the edge, right? There's a little low volume nugget here. Look how perfect that is. So we get it just before it dips into the low vol, right? Because then it's likely to come here. We're spared the overlap here, which is why I think this could be it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh? I don't know. It doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. Why would we not? Why would we assume anything other than that finishing? Look at the detail. God damn, it's exactly like Bitcoin. It's literally a mirror image. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 3. Right. Sure looks like A, B, C, and that 4 is working. It's exactly as I want it. I want all of this self-contained. I want the impulse to stay contained. Now the 4's not in. Shit, happens, right? That could fall. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 1. If you're, I think this is a change of his count. Last time we exchanged counts, I think we were looking at it a little bit differently. We are not in log here as well. So just through this entire retracement, nice, right? Regression channel, 2 standard deviations, all the way through to the mean. Where do we pivot? At the mean, in the golden zone. And oh well, I wasn't sure. I thought I would just wait and see. Oh, there. Well, I wasn't sure, so I waited till the next one. Well, I figured I'd wait and let's see if I got an impulse out of that for the third. Okay, sooner or later you got to step up and take a swing. Otherwise you're doing what retail does. Okay, I'll wait till it's safe. And I'll buy it here because I'm absolutely sure that this time it's going to break out. That's what they do, right? No amount of counsel I could give, they're going to do it. Now, if we got that, we know, I'd like to think, right? I've dwelled this into you that if it does that, we don't panic and FOMO into it, because what would we anticipate? At some point, right? It's going to come back to it either here or come back to the median line, but FOMO kills, right? So you got to let it go. I know it's like, God damn it, I was going to buy that. Oh fuck, it will. Put it on your monitor, right? FOMO kills, right? Don't chase. You want to think of it that way. Don't chase the market. It will. So chasing is a mistake. The market has an incredible capacity to always punish mistakes. You chase something, that's what will come off of it. Because the chase is a mistake. Market is almost obscene with how consistent it is. Every mistake, sooner or later, gets punished. Right? That's all we can do is kind of just map them out for you, and then just try and encourage you to. Okay, so if you're tempted there, do it in a sim account, or do it in the TradingView paper trading account. Do it 10 times. 10 times you're tempted. You're like, oh God damn it, I know that one's going to go. Do it in sim 10 times. When you've got 10 results and you feel like, okay, the odds are good here, up 65, 75% of the time, that's going to break and go and I'm going to make money. If that's the result you come back with, then you take it all day. I'd be willing to bet you right now that's not the result you're going to get. 10 times. Right? Wouldn't that be just a reasonable? See, there's another thing retail would never do. Back test something 10 times. Oh, are you kidding me? I've got other shit to do. I don't have time for that. But they expect to get rich in the market. Back test 10 times? I don't have time for that. All right, James, I think we wait and see here, right? Do we finish the 5? If we finish the 5, I think it's game on, right? Then we can pretty much lock and load here that the 4 is in. And all this really doesn't matter, right? Eventually, we got to a count, we got a retrace, we got an impulse, right? So now when that finishes, what are we waiting for, right? So that's not likely, it's not that it couldn't be, not likely to be the 5. Could be. Is the Ethereum going to top there? 3280, right before we go into a much deeper retracement? Well, Here's our all-time high coming all the way back down. Boy, I would not bet against this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why would you bet against that? Doesn't mean that's going to be how it plays. We could have trading principle number 4. We're down here testing the lows. Could be, right? This could be just an ABC, but we don't get certainty. We just get opportunity. And then it's not about setup. It's not about trade. It's only about money management and risk control. There's the setup. Now, okay, you did the easy part. Right? As soon as you pull the trigger, all of a sudden everything changes. Right? This kind of fun. Oh, let's see if I can solve the puzzle. Here, all of a sudden, now money's at risk. Everything changes. You're just the state of your body, your mind, everything. Your chemistry changes. All of a sudden, I got money at risk, right? Which is what makes trading so hard, because now you're much more vulnerable to, oh fuck, I got to get out, or oh shit, it's gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna FOMO in. Right? It gets very different, right? This is fun. This gets hard. What's the right thing to do? Well, there is no one right answer, right? It's what's the right thing for you to do, based on your account size, based on your risk tolerance, based on your age, based on, so many variables here. What's the right thing to do for you? I can't give you that answer. I can just show you the setups and then say, if you're in, okay, you're in the ring, you got in, gloves are on. Are you seriously expecting to get in and out of the ring and not get hit? So a stop cannot be something that ruins your day. Can't be. It's got to be that's the cost of doing business, right? If I'm going to get in the ring, I'm going to get hit. Right? Retail comes in, of course, I'm going to take on, I don't even know any boxers anymore. Mike Tyson, or I'm going to get in with Mike Tyson. Because think of it that way. The second you get in, who are you fighting? Who are you boxing against? Well, a whole lot of other retail traders, but now you're in with the big boys. Right? So you're going to get in the ring with Mike Tyson, and you're not going to get hit. I think twice about that. Okay, I got Woo Wonka giving me Luna. All right, Luna. He's been hitting this one, so he must have a trade on. Oh man, I got some serious Monte crypto here. Okay, so let me copy that. Oh, he does a nice job. He blends the Elliott with the Moneycraft, and he's got a nice thing going. Okay, I gotta get, oh shit. Let me get, so I can see what we're doing in here. Oh man. Okay, so look at that, Monty. You're gonna love that one. So we got an inside at the top coming down off of a shift? Oh, you guys haven't hit a Wednesday yet. You got to do it. All right, he is very, very creative. It's nothing you'll see from anyone else, right? Which is why I love it. All right, so Woo, I'm not sure I can help you on this one, because this is pure money crypto, and that's his specialty. I wouldn't want to tap into the realm of his expertise. So that might be one to save for Wednesday. Money crypto, I don't even want to touch this, right? Because I don't want to misspeak relative to the stuff that you're teaching. I
can cover it.
Yeah, why don't you take that, because that's your specialty. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see. You want me to do it now?
Or well, no. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking I could hand it off to you, but I guess I can't.
No, I mean,
yeah, save this one for tomorrow, because that's your. So I'd have to start applying Elliott to it, and we'd get a little fucked up here. So let's save this one, Woo Wonka, for Money Crypto, because that's right up that's in his wheelhouse. And for those of you that are seeing it for the first time, I would encourage you to come back to Wednesday, because there's a whole lot of info in here that someone needs to walk you through what you're looking at there. Okay, so how are we doing on time? All right, so I got 10 minutes here. So I'll hit Coinbase here, because apparently their ad was a big hit. So I've got Gravity Anti giving me a 4-hour on Coinbase. All right. So let's do a copy here. A lot of people, this is not a bad way if you're uncomfortable with the volatility in Bitcoin or just in crypto in general, this is not a bad way to participate. You know what? I got to do this here. I got to see it in the stuff that I'm used to. Okay. All right. So there we go. Yeah. So right off the chute here, man, gravity likes lots of color. Okay. So we don't get an impulse out of the chute. We get an ABC, which you don't see that often, right? It's unusual to come out of the gate, right, with a new offering here. She's doing a little funky geometry as well, and not get an impulse. Right? I mean, we get an impulse into the A, right, and we get an impulse in the C, but down we come. So apparently, and Monte Crypto was talking to me about this yesterday. The ad that they ran was one of the most successful at the Super Bowl. Apparently, they had a huge number of people download the app and get some exposure to it. So we got a 1618 here on the low here in fib time. It's a nice use. We're gonna get a little crowded here, so I'm gonna hide it just as I take a peek here. I see what you're doing here in terms of coming back. All right, so this. Well, so one thing, gravity. Right, so you're measuring this swing here. So by the time we come down here, I mean, I guess I see what you're after here. So you're just demonstrating here that we came back to the POC, and that's where we launched from the B. So this one is essentially spent. So I'm going to take that one just to clean it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So diag into the A. B, now we go up here. Now he's giving you this of all of this. So all of this is relative to any retrace that would come. So from the C, what do we get? Oh, here, I'm going to have to hide that just so we can see it. So I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get my 3 here. Oh, okay, that'll work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little skinny, but that works, right? So now we're coming off of it right now. It looks like a 3. So you could see the possibility that this is just an ABC and that the whole thing would move over, and this is the 4. Well, let's see. Did we overlap there? We might have. Right, so maybe we can eliminate that. Yep, we did. All right, so that's good news. I got the overlap there. Oops. 2. Do we have a completed impulse? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do, but it actually looks, well, I guess you'd have to do 1, 2, 3, gap 4. I kind of like it better there. I'm sure you see why, gravity, right? Because you probably wrestled with the same thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I need that impulse there. Oh, let's go. Let's try a line chart just out of curiosity. Well, that sure looks like a 3. Double bottom, right? It's essentially, we're just to the tick double bottom. That's right. You got an overlap there, but could we finish this as a... Well, maybe the overlap doesn't kill it. You're iffy, right? Because it sure looks like 1, 2, doesn't it? Right? You come down here and finish that. Is there another way we could do that? Suppose you might be able to wing it here. Call this the 1. Because this is a straight push. So it looks like you might be able to go A, B, C to give you the 3 into the 2. Avoid the overlap. Let's just have a peek here. Here, I'm just to clear it up, just so I can. This is good for the 3 right here, 1618, 175. Right, so he's pulling that for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little skinny in there. Okay, 3. Kind of the same thing here. It's really a straight line. All right, which is why I think this might work. It's almost damn near the same thing here. Might be a different way to count that. I don't know that it matters here. So let's come back to this. So if, right, so you can see the threat here, right? It's right in your face, right? If that's ABC, this is 1-2. So actually, there's a nice looking short sitting there with low risk, right? I'm gonna guess you weren't looking for a short here, but that's what I see. And if you maybe you're coming back down here to this geometry here, you'd have a pretty low risk trade here. Oh, you could probably just do it that way on the assumption the pivot's in, because if you don't want to come any higher, you probably take that. Looks like you got a little break there. Well, let's get that tighter, right? So you got a good break, right? So advantage bulls. But still, if it's a 2, right? We're certainly in the realm of a 2. To go between the 65 and the 786, that might actually looks like it could be 707. Oh shit! I was trying to get there, right? So there's 707, 786, right? Prime spot for a 2. Well, so it's a better. Let's just real quick here. It's a better ABC than it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My opinion, right? If you like it, I'm not trying to talk you out of the trade. If you like the long there, that's what I see, right? So we're A to B, it says traditional measured move, length of the A predicted from B, so right within a tick of 100%. You're right back to this structure here. Oh, you did overlap, but it's pretty skinny. Just the wick. Well, the reason I would take that, right, because if it's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 1, 2, God, you're going to know in a hurry, right? You're going to know right away. So if it starts to come back at you, right, just because of that, right, you might, okay, let's tighten up a little. Because if it's going to do that, well, if this is 1, 2, 3 or 1, well, I guess it's long enough, or 1, 2, 1, 2, because it looks like that's also technical. Interesting, right? So a little break here, a little break here. Often you'll see that if it breaks just a little bit on one side, it'll do the exact same thing on the other side. That would have me cautious here on the long. Cautious on the long. I'd be looking for something like that myself. Right? Right. I'll get in the ring with Mike Tyson if that's the worst thing that can happen to me. What are we talking about there, right? From 206 to 210, right? Not a lot of risk on that trade. Not a bad thought for an option trade, right? Since we're in Coinbase, right? Buy some puts here, or sell a call spread. Use that to pay for the put spread. Because if you were to do something like that, the second we break this pivot, you have to get out, right? And that's the danger with options. Just say, well, let's just see what happens. Well, it's got another 60 days. Let's see what happens. No, that's the most common mistake with options, because of the time. So you'll wait and see, well, maybe it'll come back. Right? I used to hear it all the time. That's what I see there because of this. Oh, we even put that on it. So if we start to come down, well, here's your 618, right? It would actually play perfectly for the long. Right? If that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, now we love it. You'd have the whole thing completing here. Little throw over here on the 4, right? So I can see the threat. We did break this beautiful channel here. So I see what you're thinking. I mean, actually, look at it. You've got the test. Oh, get out of there. Well, you're getting it this way here. So this is very common to break a channel and then come back and test it from above. You see how we're testing that downsloping trend line here. So I see your thinking. Well, I'd like it better if we'd had a bigger push here, right? So you could eliminate, oh, maybe that's the 4, right? And you a little Elliott shuffle here to accommodate that. I think that's what I would do. Now, if it breaks, or that or nothing, and just see, do I get a 5 here? Well, if I get a 5 here, then this is going to be the low, and it's 3, 4 the way you submitted it. Well, then you're just waiting for the 3 to come down. There's the next buy for Coinbase. All right, good stuff. All right, do we get everybody covered?
Yeah, let me check on, make sure we don't have any more tips, but I think we're good.
Okay, guys. We'll call that a wrap. All right, tomorrow.
Yep, we're good.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Just looking here. Oh, Sensei Tudum was in. All right, man. Must be slow at work today. All right, so let me wrap it up there. Okay, guys, you know the drill, right? We'll be back on. Monte Crypto's back tomorrow, right? And we can take a look at this, right? If you want to understand what's going on there, there's a whole lot going on there. If you want to understand that, be sure to check that tomorrow, whether live or the replay. I'll be back on Friday. We'll get an update on Bitcoin. And as always, right, I kind of hope you guys pick up a little nugget or two. Oh, shit, I think I lost that, right? So the ETH and Bitcoin are really interesting. Oh, fuck, I lost that here. I was trying to get to that chart. Really interesting if we're going to get it. Oh, man, I keep doing that. I do that all. Oh, that's because it's the copy. That's why. All right, let me get out of here. I'm making a mess here. I'm knocking shit over. All right, you guys have a good afternoon. I'll be back on Friday. You got Monte Crypto tomorrow. As always, if you're interested in learning more about what we do, you can always join us for free, right? You can always just go to the website. You get free access to the Discord. Join us for free. Get access to the white belt. That's 4 hours of training. If you like it, then you can decide if you want to go into the blue or just stay as a social member. Right, you won't have access to the upper belts, but you'll get access to all the content with the exception of the blue, purple, brown, black belts. So, okay, guys, you have a good day trading, and I'll be back to you on Friday, Monty tomorrow.